While also raised in Parliament, the ethnic integration policy was a heavily debated issue, primarily if there's a need to review, adjust or abolish the policy to fit current times. According to the HDB website, the policy is put in place to preserve Singapore's multicultural identity and promote racial integration and harmony. It ensures that there's a balanced mix of various ethnic communities in HDB towns, and the limits are set based on the ethnic makeup of Singapore.
Could the Leader of the Opposition clarify, is he saying today that the EIP should be abolished? Is the answer to that yes or no? That's all I want to know. Or is he saying that it need not be abolished, we can just look to see how we improve it? That's all I wanted to understand.
I'll be happy to clarify the doubts of the Leader of the House. The philosophical position remains. We aim as a society towards race neutrality. It doesn't matter what the color of your skin is. We respect each other as Singaporeans. The Singapore family is going beyond CMIO categorizations, and that's the target we need to keep in mind. That's where we want to endeavor towards. Now, the government is the government of the day. It wants to retain the EIP for reasons which I would say are not totally illegitimate. I think it's important I state that. We have to, as Minister said, even out the rough edges as much as possible, and at some point, I hope in my generation, within our generation, we reach that place where we are race neutral. Doesn't mean that races don't, sometimes things don't bubble over, but there are more important things that remind us that we're Singaporean and we ought to look beyond our skin color.
And addressing parliamentary questions on how the government intends to address tensions surrounding racial insensitivities and discrimination, Culture, Community and Youth Minister Edwin Tong elaborated on the government's multi-pronged approach.
First, we have an enforcement and legal framework to deal with egregious cases that undermine our racial and religious harmony. Under the Penal Code, it is an offence to commit acts that deliberately wound the racial and religious feelings of any person, that promote enmity between different racial and religious groups, or that are prejudicial to the maintenance of racial and religious harmony. Second, sir, we foster social norms for respectful online behavior and discourse. Recent events have highlighted the polarizing effect of online platforms and social media, and we must guard against potential divisions. Third, we foster open, meaningful, and responsible conversations on race and religion. That is important. These conversations bring Singaporeans together to discuss and find common ground on issues important to us as a people, and in the process, build up mutual trust and respect and also understanding. Fourth, sir, we are committed to enlarging the common spaces in which all Singaporeans can live, work and play together, and also share the daily lived experiences that bind us. Singapore's approach to maintaining our common space has created room for every community to enjoy our diverse cultural heritage without asking any specific segment of community to give up its rich inheritances. These are just some of the government's initiatives in the community and educational domains to strengthen racial and religious harmony in Singapore. Racial harmony in Singapore is a constant work in progress, and our ambition is for the bonds that bind our different communities to grow from strength to strength in the common spaces that we provide.